was my first relationship with the father of my child. I was 15 when we got together. He used to tell me what to wear, friends I could talk to. He would take my phone away from me if I was talking to someone I wasn't supposed to be. He would constantly criticise about weight and put me down on things like that. I'm a very confident person and I always have been, but throughout that relationship I really lost who I was and my self-esteem went down completely.
It can be quite common for teenagers to be in abusive relationships. It's important to know who your teen is dating from the very beginning because it encourages open communication between you and your child. Emotional abuse can really involve a large-scale spectrum of different forms of abuse, such as large-scale texting, so texting up to 100, 200 times a day, repeated phone calls, humiliation, threats to kill to the family, and name-calling, basically reducing someone's self-esteem as well.
He didn't even have to say anything half the time for me to feel like, is it me, am I doing something wrong, constantly questioning myself, losing my confidence, all those kinds of things.
Verbal abuse is a form of emotional abuse and can include name-calling, saying that someone is fat, putting them down, humiliating them in front of their friends.
I wouldn't talk much, be very withdrawn. I would want to kind of stay to myself. Obviously I didn't go out very much. I would go out to do shopping, take my daughter for a walk, and then I'd get home as quickly as I could.
Controlling behaviour, again, is another form of emotional abuse, and what it involves mainly is stopping your partner from seeing their friends, not allowing them to talk to their friends or to their family members as well.
You can't tell over the phone how a person is, if they've changed or not, because you can always put an act on. My mum would obviously ask on the phone, how's things going, and I, thinking everything's fine, would say, yeah, it's all good, he's lovely, and defend him because I didn't know what he was doing was wrong.
Physical abuse can involve a wide range of physical violence behaviours, such as hitting, punching, slapping, kicking, biting, very much ranging from bruises on the arm to very severe physical violence and to death in some cases as well. Some of the warning signs that you might see might be things such as falling grades, emotional outbursts, bruises or scratches that they've tried to cover it up, changes in clothing, especially if they're starting to wear long sleeve tops where they used to always wear short sleeved, which might be an indication of physical violence.
I wish my mum could have been around a little bit more and maybe more aware of things that could happen, because I had no idea about domestic violence or anything like that.
If you're a parent and you're worried that your child's in an abusive relationship, you should really try to encourage them to communicate with you, to talk about their experiences, but don't try and pressure them to end the relationship because you may end up in a power struggle.
The first step was calling my friends that I'd lost contact with and talking to them and eventually rebuilding our relationship. Then obviously the next step for me is to think about what am I doing with my life.
A lot of teenagers are very confused at this point, so ensuring that they feel they can trust you and they can communicate with you is the most important.
But looking back on it now, I feel like I want to shake that girl and say, you're stupid, stick up for yourself, there was nothing wrong with how you dress, there was nothing wrong with your makeup and your friends. He had no right controlling you like that.